Very good morning everyone. In my previous video I have given you the example of constructor. We have learned two different kinds of constructor, that is default constructor and parameterized constructor. We have also seen the concept of default constructor in the class. Similarly, we have seen the parameterized constructor in the class and multiple constructor, which is also known as constructor overloading. What is the word constructor overloading? When within one class you are going to declare more than one constructor, in such cases it is known as constructor overloading or multiple constructor in the class. Constructor overloading concept is similar to the function overloading, but we people know that difference between constructor and function is what? Function can return value, constructor cannot return value. That is the first difference. What is the second difference? The name of constructor must be the name of class, but the name of UDF should be different. Next, what is the next difference? How constructor is called? When you create the object of particular class, at that time constructor is automatically called. When UDF is called, with the help of object of particular class, you are able to call the UDF of class. So this is all about previous videos which are related with the constructor and destructor, right? In our today's session, we are going to learn copy constructor with string data type. Again, we are going to see the concept of copy constructor, right? So, with string data type as well as we are going to see the same concept with integer data type also, right? So, in today's session, we are going to see three different programs which are based on copy constructor. So let us start with our today's session, that is called copy constructor. Example of copy constructor with string data type. We need to include two header files, iostring.h has include conio.h. Now what is our concept? We need to create copy constructor. So for that I need to have which kind of single constructor through which I can apply copy and paste. What is the purpose of copy? If you already have some data, you can paste it over other location, right? So right now what is our concept? It is the concept of copy constructor. So first of all you need to have simple constructor with string data type, right? Then and then only you are able to copy the constructor. So let me create one class called temp, then public, character and name, because over here we need to consider string data type, that's why I have used character pointer name. Then let us create the constructor of temp class, temp character nm. Now see, this is the parameterized constructor I have used, right? So for that, now what is the syntax? The left hand side of equals to variables are a part of class, and the right hand side of equals to operator are the variable which are coming from the argument. So over here I have written name equals to nm. See, if you want to take string if you want to take string.h file over here and you want to consider strcpy function, in such cases also you can do, or you can C++ gives you the facility to initialize the string data with equals to operator. Such thing cannot be possible with the C language. So over here I have not taken string.h or I have not used strcpy function. You can directly initialize the value of string variable using equals to operator. But if you want to take strcpy function, then you can use it. Now again I am going to create temp constructor, temp %t. I will explain the following code. Name equals to t dot name. This is a very simple concept. You can easily understand the program. CLR get ch. Let us create object of temp class t and let me pass values like Radha. Now t dot display will display Radha. Let me create one function called void display so that we can get the value of different constructor. Cout \n name is and name. Now I want to apply the concept of copy constructor, right? So t1, inside t1 what I have passed object. So when you pass any string data, you need to have string or character constructor. When you want to pass the object, in such cases you need to have object of same class to receive the content, right? So over here I am going to pass t with t1, right? Still I am going to explain the program, but let me complete the program first. Let us save program number D41. Let us execute. The output would be Radha in both the cases. Now how program is executed and what are the lines we have written inside the code, let me explain. First of all, I have created simple object temp class t. Inside that I have passed Radha. So over here it will call parameterized constructor with string data type or character data type over here. So over here we have called this nm with the help of t object. So t of nm equals to Radha in these cases. After that, when this line is executed, this one, right, at that time t of name equals to Radha, because we have initialized the value of nm into name. So in both the cases name is Radha. Over here we have called it with the object t. So see, this is the child or property of object t, right? So when you pass any object, at that time its child will automatically go with the parent, right? So now t dot display will call display function and it will display name is Radha on the screen. After that, again I have created the object of temp class called t1, right? Inside temp class, inside t1 object I have passed again object. So you need to be careful. You need to create that kind of parameterized constructor which contains argument as the name of class and similarly reference of temp object or any object. Here you can take any object. You can take a dot then you need to use a dot name. No need to use different object or same object. See, name of the, because the life of this variable would be up till this block, right? So I have changed the name of object so it will not create confusion between this t and this t, because the life of this t object would be up till this block and the life of this t object would be up till the block in which it is declared. But right now I have changed the name of object so that you people can easily understand. Over here I have passed t, so it will pass t dot name over here. Now t dot name contains what? Radha, right? So t dot name or a dot name, both are similar because t dot name is Radha and over here we have taken variable a. So whatever value you passed from the void main will be catched by the object a. So a dot name would be Radha. Now that a dot name we are going to store inside the local variable of class. And what are the local variable of class? Name. Again I am going to repeat, don't get confused between how to or where to use exact variable in the program, right? Always remember, or you can mug up also, that the left side of equals to, in my all video I have repeated this statement number of times, right? So you need to mug up that the left hand side of equals to operator would be a part of class. You can see this name is written over here, it is also written over here, and it is also written over here, because the life of name variable would be up till the block in which it is declared, and we have declared this name variable inside class temp. So you can use name variable in any program or any function while you call such kind of function. But yes, definitely a name variable life would be up till this constructor. Similarly, the life of a variable would be up till this variable. So over here outside this particular constructor I cannot use a dot name. Why? Because the life is over when this parameterized constructor is completed. So over here temp ampersand a will catch the value which we have passed with the constructor, and with the t object contains t of name contains Radha, which is copied inside the constructor a, right? And object a, right? And the object a contains Radha now, and it is stored inside name. So when you again call display function, it will print the t1 dot name, and now t1 dot name, see this is the t1 dot name equals to Radha, right? t1 dot name equals to a dot name equals to Radha. Let me repeat once again that when you create some object of particular class, you have passed some data with that. Over here I have taken the example of string variable. So string Radha is passed with the help of object t. So t of name contains Radha, and t of over here t of a name, and t of name contains Radha. So in both cases t of name would be Radha. Now it will display on the screen name is Radha. Now same thing I want to copy inside the other constructor, because our concept is what? We are going to copy the constructor with which kind of data type? String data type. So that I have used character pointer name over here, because we want to work with the string data type. Now again I have created one object of the same class, but I have passed argument object as a function argument. So if you pass any string value, you need to have string data to catch. When you pass object, at that time you need to have a class variable that is called object to receive such kind of data. And T of name contains Radha. So T of name is going to catch by the A dot name, and we are going to store A dot name, that is Radha. It is inside the local variable in local variable of the class in which it is declared. So inside name you are going to copy Radha. So this is the first program of our today's session, which will copy the constructor using string data type. I hope this concept is very much easy and it is cleared. Now you can save this file again, or you can apply copy and paste. I am going to create once again new file, example of copy constructor with integer data type has include iostream.h, has include konya.h. Again I am going to create class temp only. As I have told you, you can save as the program or you can copy it down. Right now I am going to develop the program. See, because I want to copy the constructor using integer data type, that's why I am going to declare integer a, temp, integer x. Now see, over here we have applied name equals to a name, right? You can compare two programs because code would be similar. Now a equals to x. Over here we just need to reference the object of temp class, either T or A in our cases. Now what line we need to write? A equals to, okay, A I have already mentioned in the main program, so I am going to use T again. This is the A which is defined as a local variable of temp class, and over here T dot A, right? If you people get confused, I am going to rename it over here also, T dot C. This is the local variable of temp class. Over here we have taken name. Over here we have taken A. Over here we have passed character argument. In this program we have passed integer argument. This is the local variable, so I have used A at the left side. Similarly, name is the local variable, I have used as a left side. The variable which are the part of argument I have written on the right side of equals to operator. When I am going to apply the concept of copy constructor, at that time I need to create one object that is called T of temp class, and local variable A equals to T dot A in this cases and T dot name in this cases. Now let us create UDF void display through which we are going to display the value of variable A. Value of A is, and variable A. Now void main CLR and get ch. Let us create the object of temp class, temp T1, or simply temp T right now. T dot display temp T1. Inside T1 we are going to pass object See, this code is same. In this case, we are going to pass Radha, right? Over here, I am going to pass the object t, and t contains integer data, that is 10, t1 dot display. Get ch. Now this is the program number D42. Right? You can see, let me repeat once again, both the programs are same. Over here I have passed 10 as an integer data. I have passed Radha in this cases because we have used with the string data type, right? And code would be same in both the cases, right? So let us execute the program. Will print 10 in both cases. Now suppose, let me perform this program. Save as D43.C++. I just want to show you the demonstration regarding the integer data type having two variables. What are the changes you need to apply? Remember one thing. First of all, I need to declare two variables over here. Similarly, in the argument also, integer x comma integer y. Over here b equals to y. Over here b equals to t dot b. See, this is the very easy changes you can perform, right? What we people did, I want to show the demonstration of copy constructor with integer data type having two variables. In our previous program, we have considered integer data type with one variable only. So I make a file save as. In the third program, I have written integer data type having two variables. So I need to take two integer variables of local class temp. Similarly, in the argument in the argument of constructor, I need to pass two I need to pass two values of a and b variable. Then in the copy constructor, whatever the number of variables you have passed will come with the object t. In these cases, t has two property, we can say a and b, right? In our previous case, t has only one integer property, that is a. In the first program, t has only one property called name, right? So over here I have taken a and b, t dot a, t dot b. Let us print value of b is and b. Now from void main, we just need to pass two values from the constructor t. So what happens now? When you execute the program, the value of a and b would be 10 and 20 in both the cases. Now how copy constructor works? Let us execute. First of all, the program execution will start from the void main. It will clear the screen. Then we have created one object of temp class having two arguments. Over here 10 and 20. So data type of this variable must be, you need to create parameterized constructor having two integers. Let us see in the program. See, over here we have written two variables. Now t of x equals to 10 and t of y equals to 20, right? How? Because we have passed with the object t. So t property contain, when you call object t, in such cases both the values will come. The value of x will come, the value of y will come. Now from this line, t of a equals to 10 and t of b equals to 20, right? So after executing this, you have called display function and a and b. T dot display. What is the value of t of a? That is 10. And what is the value of t of b? That is 20. So it will print 10 and 20 on the screen. After that, what we have applied? We have created one object t1. Inside t1 we have passed again one object called t, right? So the value or property which are part of t object contains two property, t of a and t of b. Now t of a would be 10 and t of b would be 20, but this a is called with the help of t1 object. See over here. So now the value of t1 dot a equals to 10 and value of t1 dot b equals to 20 in these cases. So when you call t1 dot display, the value of t1 dot a is 10 and the value of t1 dot b is 20. Right, so this is the third program of our today's session. In our today's session, we have seen the three programs which are based on the copy constructor. The first program is about the copy constructor with string data type. The second program is related with copy constructor with integer data type. And the third program is related with the copy constructor with integer data type having two variables. You need to write these three programs into your journal and you can execute this program using any online compiler which are available on the internet, right? And you can refer the videos which are related how to compile online programs. That video you can refer. I have shared the link of that video in the group also. You can again watch it and you can execute these programs from the mobile phone only, right? So let me share the notepad file for the same. This is the first program of our today's session, copy constructor with string data type, iostream.h, conio.h. We have taken name as a local variable. Over here, first parameterized constructor with character or string data type, second parameterized constructor with the object of same class. One method I have created, that is called display. Display will print the name which is copied using parameterized constructor. Over here we have passed the value Rahul. You can pass Radha or any name. Based on that name, it will call copy constructor and it will display the message on the screen. Let me share the second program of today's session, that is copy constructor with integer data type having single value. I have taken again the class temp, one integer variable declared over here. We have created parameterized constructor having integer value a equals to x. Like our previous program, I have applied temp into bracket the object of temp class, and over here we have declared UDF void display. From the void main we have passed the integer value with the creation of object, so it will call the constructor with integer argument. After that t dot display, so it will display the value of a. Then we have applied the concept of copy constructor. So inside the parameter of object, I have passed again the object. So to receive that, we need to have object of the same class, and in this way data is copied from t dot a to the a this a is nothing but t1.a, and t1.display will display the value of variable a. So this is the second program of our today's session, and this you need to save as, and we are going to implement it with the two variables, that is a and b. You need to take two variables in the argument list also. Over here, when you are going to copy the program, copy the variable, at that time you need to assign value of two variable. Void display will display the value of a and b. We have applied two values, so it will call two integer argument constructor and initialize the value of a and b. Temp t1, inside temp t1 we have passed the object of the same class. So over here it will copy the value of a and b. This is the value of a and b is related with the t1 object, and t.a and t.b is the variable through which we are going to copy, and t1.display. Remember one thing, that we can only copy the given program or given data if we have a data. So you need to take care that first of all you need to have some data through which you can apply the copy constructor concept, and with string data type or integer data type or integer with two variables. You need to take care that suppose in your exam if they will ask that write a short note on copy constructor, in such cases you can mention any one of the program. No need to write all the three programs together. So this is all from my side. Stay home, stay safe. Goodbye everyone.